हाउ आर यू? कैसे हैं आप लोग? स्वागत है आप सभी का आपके अपने हमरू पब्लिकेशन हाउस में। जैसा कि आप लोगों ने कैप्शन देख रखा है, एज यू ऑल हैव सीन द कैप्शन, टाइटल ऑफ द लाइव सेशन, दैट टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू बी लाइव विथ आवर नेक्स्ट सोलो बुक ऑथर लक्षिता. So with her we are going to discuss about her first solo book called A Walk Over the Poetry. So this is her debut anthology, and in which she is going to discuss her plan, her thoughts about the solo book she has written. And I hope you all will enjoy the discussion, because she is I think in under 10, she is a student of 9, 8, or maybe very close. She is under 10th class. You can understand how small she is. When you see the talent she has, when you see the knowledge she got, you will be shocked. So I hope you all will love the session. आप लोगों को कि मैं इंग्लिश में बात नहीं कर रहा, क्योंकि आज की जो हमारी जो आज की राइटर है वो साउथ से है, एंड शी इज गुड इन इंग्लिश, शी इज़ वेरी वीक इन हिंदी, बिकॉज उनकी मदर टंग साउथ की कोई लैंग्वेज है, तो इसलिए उनको इंग्लिश में प्रॉब्लम, हिंदी में प्रॉब्लम है. सो दैट्स वाई वी विल टॉक इन इंग्लिश. आई होप सबको इंग्लिश आती है, तो मैं अगर बात कर सकता हूँ तो आई थिंक आप लोग भी बात करें. लेट्स स्टार्ट द लाइव सेशन विद द नेक्स्ट सोलो बुक राइटर नेम्ड लक्षिता, एंड हियर शी इज.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Hello.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. It's like a dream come true. How are you feeling right now?
Sir, and to truly say I'm on the moon.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So can we know what is the class you are studying? Because I knew you are undergrad or what is it, right? So please.
Yes, sir. 11th. Studying 11th, sir.
110, I see. So, first of all, being a student of class 11, you got your published book. How it feels? My voice is low. Am I
Yes,
audible
sir.
to
Yes, sir.
everyone?
You're audible. Yes, sir. You're audible.
So, yeah. So, first of all, Lakshita, tell us about the writer, how it started, the writing journey, how it
It all started from 7th, sir. Actually, I started to have an interest in proverbs. So that's motivated me a lot, and finally at 9th and 10th I started to write poems. Then one day I participated in a competition. Through that came to know about Humrooh publications, and I got a chance, and that finally led to a solo book now. So my wholehearted thanks to you, sir. Thank you so much.
So, and what is a walk over the poetry? Please describe about it. And I would like to show my our camera. Are we talking
Yes,
about
sir.
this? Are we talking about this beauty?
Sir, can't hear your voice. A bit louder.
Are we talking about this beauty? Are we talking about
Talking about?
this beauty? The beauty of walk over the poetry.
Sir, actually a walkover. Yes, sir.
We are talking about this beauty. Right.
Sir, actually the walkover poetry is the topic was chosen by my English teacher John sir. He guided me a lot. He gave me ideas for the book cover and a lot. So the thing what inspired me to write and what gave me the way, my parents, my friends who motivated me, and the whole complete book tells about a successful dreamer, sir. That is me, that is none other than me, a successful dreamer, because today I feel successful in publishing a book. So thank you so much. And the complete one is about what I've dreamed. my thoughts show that, sir.
So first of all, please tell us about the contents, because there are many budding writers, there are many aspiring readers. Because in Humrooh Publication House there are minimum 10,000 family members. Okay, so among 10,000 writers, aspirants, there are 70 to 80% are readers. They just love to read. So I want to talk about the top contents we had. We have the content of. So please tell about the content we have in A Walk Over Poetry. Please.
So the whole content is what my thoughts. Actually, everything what made me to write is my. Sometimes I used to feel so happy, and that mood I go write poems. Then sometimes I feel so depressed, the sorrow level. So again I write poems. The whole content is about different thoughts. So first, for example, if you take about a mystery mom, the first poem which I wrote for my mother. So that is something so special for me, and that got released in Ma book by you, sir, as a co-author. The first poem that got released is Ma. So on the Mother's
Yeah.
Day especially. So everything started from publishing over there. So the whole content is about my own thoughts. That is all about like different instance what I have felt. Sometimes I have written about an autumn valley. People used to think, what is autumn valley? Autumn is what the leaves shed, the trees shed their leaves. But autumn valley is what where we grow from down. So I mean, like it's something the leaves grow, or it's something a growth from what they shed. So it is all what I had faced each and everything. So it's all the content is about that.
So Lakshita, we will discuss about with you. You will ask some question. You'll give answer. That will be continued. But we would like to, have some content by you. Let's recite something for us. We're gonna taste your way of reciting. Please go for it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have few kept already ready to show it. One second,
Wow.
sir.
All the best. Go for it. Yeah.
So first, I'll start auspiciously with the mystery mom.
Go.
Is my voice audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you are ready. Go for it. Yeah. Stage is yours. Yeah. Start.
Mom, mystery mom. Mom, your love is a mystery. Your life struggles show a strong history. How can you do it all? You always wait for my call. You make miracles, like how I'm born in this oracle. You are my
Wow.
cushion when I fall on sleep and investigate my mind much deep. My goodness is what I got you. I haven't got a clue why I love you all the time, but I'm very glad you do. You're so gentle and so strong, and feel I belong. You give me guidance whenever I ask. You were the master of every task. Mom, I wish I had words to tell how much you mean to me. I'm the person I'm today because you let me be. You are my instructor to build me with good constructor. Everyone knows you made me stable to bring me to the top of the periodic table. You beat me to fill my hearts with full of treats. It's just the beginning, Mom. Mom, your love is a mystery.
Am I visible?
Sir?
Am I visible?
Yes, sir, you're visible.
Okay, okay, okay. So the next question is like, what is the thing which triggered you to write? Means, what is the situation? What is the thing of the life of Lakshita, an author, which let her write? Means she couldn't control herself. Then say, okay, let's write. So tell us about that thing which triggers you to write. Yeah.
Actually, to openly tell, I'm not that good in English literature. I'm just a person who spills emotions into words, and I'm not a person who read fiction books or non-fiction. But I truly say I wanted to become a good motivator in my future, and a good physicist too. So that thing what I took to spill my emotions in my sideways what my poems. I used to go write my poems when I feel so happy, or if I want to gratitude, or if I want to spend my gratitude to anyone. So, and I feel if I feel so sorrow, if I feel so sad and want to share something, they say no. You if you go and spill your emotions into papers, that is the best thing to overcome your sorrowness. So the same thing what I matched with. So again I started to write poems. So that is what it led me here. And the greatest motivation are the people around me, especially my parents, my teachers, friends, who still helped and motivated me. And those English words, and still the one who I take the role model in English poems are the Robert Frost, the Walt Whitman, so the great, and even you, sir, you were the great
Thank you.
inspiration for me. So I've seen most of your stories in Instagram, how you travel. So everything made me so inspired. Sir. Thank you so much.
So my next question is very similar from the last question. Like, what are the favorite authors, writers? Like you were mentioning some, like Robert Frost and many more. So, basically there are two things: we write what we are, or we write what we read, right? Mostly what we read as a reader, we write the same. Our writing is nothing but a reflection of our character, our inner me, inner us, inner me. And next what we read. Okay, so for Lakshita, what is the portion, what is the things, let her write. Okay, tell about it. Yeah.
Sir, I already said my greatest motivation is Robert Frost. So, two poems what he wrote. It's open, sir. It is not that I went for some books and I got inspired. It is something from what I study. It's my 10th standard syllabus. There is nothing but the dust of snow and the fire and ice. That is so good, sir. It's still awesome. I still have the book, especially for the two poems what he wrote. Still, I have it in
Wow.
my cupboard just because of the two poems what he wrote. That much inspiring, sir. I don't know why I got attracted to it, and it may be just because of the morals what he has just explained in just as 4 or 5 words or stanzas. He just used to inscript 4 or 5 stanzas and gives hundreds of morals and meanings. He doesn't know how it's possible. The greatest inspiration, for example, if I take a dust of snow, he tells how his mood just automatically changed. He compares it with the negative sins and he tells that he got a positive mood from it. So he makes people positive, and he make how to control yourself or how to view your change your view. So that much good motivations I got from him. And the fire and ice, that is the person's character. How does a person's character is described? So that much good poems I've that inspired me, sir. And so, and that continued me again and again. So some people used to tell these few lines what you wrote are so good. So again, hearing those positive comments, that proliferated what I wrote, sir. That is what
Yeah.
again here.
Right. Okay. So my next question is very similar. Things are correlated with each other. So the next question is that you have written poetry, poems. You are talking about poems, but my question's answer can be different. Okay, so let me ask the question. So the question is that what is, or what are your favorite genres? Genres in the sense of poetry, micro tales or novels, articles, chit chat, conversations. So what are the, or what is the favorite genre of Lakshita? We would like to know. Yeah.
So first, truly to say, I started my journey with the individual quotes, proverbs. So I like proverbs and the poems, sir. The rest is what I can go for the third option as short stories, but not as compared to poems and proverbs. The first thing what strikes my mind is what the poems and proverbs what led me to stay on my way. So I choose that always.
And when you mentioned the proverbs, I just, that thing is clicked in my mind. I remember that you just wrote, you sent many proverbs at last. That was awesome. I just love the way you written, all the proverbs. So we will continue our conversation, but I would like to, request you to recite something for us, please. It would be awesome, please.
Yes, sir. I have few proverbs. That is.
Yeah, please.
Life is like a life fire. It cannot be menaced until you broke it. This is my first one. I repeat, life is like a life
Yeah.
fire. It cannot be menaced until you broke it. And one more is a motivational one. Try to bow, but don't bow, sir. These were two, and I have few more poems for you. 1 minute.
Yeah, please.
I have a
These are awesome.
poem
Yeah.
called Family. So
Wow.
I'll read it out.
Okay. Please, please. All of it.
Family. Not the one with four concrete walls, not the one with sleeping floor and a healing roof. It's not the one. It's the flow of brown sparkling love, blocks and blocks of affection, naked and moist and understanding, symmetrically green maturity, tiny and deep fights, and glass like transparency. Hence, this makes the family. And one more is shades of life, and I could say this topic I took just because I to show few of my shadows of my life, the shades, what I traveled and what made me to step in.
Wow.
Shades of my life, shades of my life, inherently blue into expressing the hidden smile I pursue. No one of cat of 90s in these, heart filled with heaps of memories. But those shades had silver linings, as every rose stone has its thorns defining. Those steps were neither delish nor bland, but shades of my life finally withstand. And one more is yellow wrinkled pages. So this yellow wrinkled pages is what I used to get remembered about the ninth standard chapter, the fun they had. So we had that lesson. I truly openly say I used to I get inspired just because of my stories or prose or poems what I have read in my class 9, 10, 11. So it is not out from it. So it is all what I have come across. So the
Yeah, that's
yellow
what I
wrinkled
said. You
pages.
write what you read. Yeah, right. Okay, go
To
for
the
it.
yellow yes, to the yellow wrinkled pages. Found from the bottom of the attic, living in the house of loneliness, unheard brittleness left rotten speechless. Its crinkled and sprinkled memories were not torn or not thrown for centuries. Chunky, freckled, rather quaint. Have to use it ain't.
Uh,
And one more, the mother's
please.
sacrifice.
Oh,
Actually,
so
I
emotional.
true heartedly used to feel so heart touching poem, The Mother's Sacrifice, that each and every person used to feel the mother's sacrifice in
Yeah,
each and every day,
definitely.
sir.
Yeah, definitely. We feel. We truly. Yeah.
Mother's sacrifice. I could smell the fragrance of her sacrifice. I could hear her throbbing pains. I could taste her intense efforts, but I couldn't reveal who is she. I could see her sleepless nights. I could wish her to be my feather light. I could feel her nurturing love, but couldn't reveal who is she, because she is none other than my mother. Actually, I could specify one thing over here. I used to write everything short, like it may be just of 8 to 9 lines and not more crossing than that. So just
Okay.
because of Robert Frost, I got inspired and I felt I have to write short poems, and so that kept me inspired. And just few long poems I have, and rest everything are short poems. Even if you see the book, everything are so short. It may be just of 8 or 9 poems in a page. I mean, like the lines in a poem. So that is
Yeah.
what's
So for you, means there something which keeps you writing. Like you said that when you are very happy or you want to, show the gratitude, pay the gratitude, or then you write, right? Basically, you write. But what is the thing that don't let you stop? It's all about the trigger point I asked earlier. But right now, I'm talking about the continuity, which makes you go for it. Just keep going. That I would like
I
to know.
understand. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Actually, we use poetic devices in our poems. that is like the rhyming words or metaphors, similes, alliterations, all those poetic devices. What I do is I used to go learn something new in school, and definitely after
Okay.
returning to home, I wanted to pen down a poem using that kind of a poetic device, and I wanted to use and write a poem. So that one
Uh,
made me. So here, if I use a metaphor, then again in next line I have to use a simile. So again, I have to use some rhyming words. Then I have to use a tautology. One day I have learned a new word tautology. Then again I try to write a poem. So once I learned about the personification, then I come write a poem. I used to use all those poetic devices in my poem, and I mix it. So that whatever I learned today in my school, so I felt if it's too inspiring to me, then I come pen down. So those things led me to write and continue my journey till
so I would like to tell about you that you are someone, an artist who made a masterpiece and now didn't feel that I'm the great one. Okay, I'm the great one. He or she went somewhere and just tried to learn. Okay, this is that nature is something inspiring me. Okay, let's go there. That person went there. Okay, and just learn something which inspired her or him, and then come back to his or her place and write something or paint something, draw something. So you are that kind of person, and there's a very popular phrase called practice regular practice makes a man practice and practice makes perfect. So you are that kind of person. So
thank
can I
you.
know the your age?
So it's 16.
16. So
16.
I would like to announce to all the audience Hamruians we have or will come, when it will be live or when it will be uploaded. you know at the age of 16 you are damn talented. I was just listening you, I was reading you, and it was like, proverbs. Let me tell you one thing. In our whole life till now, we were like, okay, proverbs are the things which were written by the greatest literaturists or the grammarian, the people who knows everything about English grammar. You are talking syntax. But when I saw that this girl has written the proverbs, how can a girl of I thought you were in ninth. Okay, I was like, how can a girl of ninth class can write many proverbs, not one. So tell us about how you get the idea that you can write a proverb. We would like to know about that.
Yes, sir. Actually, the Proverbs is what I said. I started my journey of from the Proverbs since seventh. Actually, over there, I used to write the word success. So, actually, I just used it for two times. What happened? My friends, whoever around me, started to like proliferate the thing what I did it. They just said you. They started me calling success, success, success. You always write success codes in your notebook. So whatever I used to have read in the about the success proverbs or whatever, I used to pen down in my notebooks. Then that what my friends see, they used to proliferate it. They used to tell you are making positive around everyone. So again, what happened that I kept doing it. So that finally one day accidentally what happened is what I created a proverb. So that is what
Okay,
happened, and
it was
that motivated
accidentally,
me
it was
still,
unintentionally,
yeah,
accidentally, right? Randomly
yeah,
it came.
accidentally.
I felt like, okay, I did it unintentionally.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, the same, sir. Accidentally
So
what happened that proliferated.
I'm just having conversation with you, but I'm in a amazed situation, I must say. Okay, because I am. It's taking me time to digest the whole scenario. That how can a girl of 16 is damn deeper in knowledge? It's not about you are just writing the poetry. You know the way how to originate it, and I'm gonna bless you, and I think everyone should bless you that you are going to one of the greatest poetess, authoress, whatever you can say. The if after 5 years we will listen, we will got to get to know that Lakshita Bosnathanam is one of the best-selling poetry writer of the authoress. We won't gonna stop because we have seen. Okay, So God bless you, girl. I know you are going
Thank
to
you so
make the
much.
name of Humrooh Publication House higher, highest, because what I get to know, what I always used to know, always used to say, that sky is limit. So you are going to higher, highest to the topic, and God bless you. At last, but not the least, I would like to ask you, what's your plan, future plans? What are you going to do in writing journey? Please tell us about that.
So can you repeat? It had
Yeah, the
a
question I
breakup
asked
voice.
that, what's your future plans? What are you going to do in writing field? That's what I asked.
So future plans again after some few days or few months again I have to start publishing my book. I have to proliferate it because always a success is not only for the person who does smart work or hard work. We have to proliferate it till the success comes to our life. We have to work hard, sir. So I got this from my teachers, from my friends, from my parents who used to tell me regularly. I wanted to follow it too. I have to do it till I achieve the greatest height. I'll never stop it, sir. I used to proliferate it, and I have few more ideas of writing a short stories. Also, I have not yet tried, but I wanted to write it. Some kind of a positive energy is pulling me towards it, and surely I feel one day I'll come out with that. And here I have to tell a small thing, that importance of small steps, because we have to always have an importance of small steps, that just starting something we shouldn't go for the tallest height. We have to have some steps in between, like being a co-author, being a writer. I started, then I was a co-author, then now I became an published author as a solo book. So small steps must be there, I feel. So likewise I feel that I have to do it for a few more things also, that is the short stories, or it may be anything else in my future. So this is what my future plan. I wanted to write a short story book, so that alone, sir,
Yeah,
is going to be my
this
future
is the
plan.
same thing I always, yeah, this is the same thing I always used to say to every newbies. They came to us, they come and they say like, I want to publish my solo book. Okay, as a normal publisher, they will say, okay, go for it, just take the package of 20,000, 20,000, whatever, highest. But what I suggest them, then please go for some anthologies, enhance spread up your writings, let people know that, okay, there is someone who writes very well, so you can read it, read her, read him. So I suggest everyone that do at least 10 anthologies. What is the amount you are investing? Just 1,000 rupees minimum. And if you are taking hard copy, then 3,500 maybe. But doing that 10 anthology with different writers, different authors, different compilers, you are getting minimum 50 into 10, 500 readers. You can't imagine that, right, reader base which gonna help you for anthology solo books, right? So you have to be participating in the anthologies. That's what you did. That's why I told that you have a bright future, and like I always said, sky is the limit. So all the best for your second anthology, second solo book, which is going to be a short story. Last question,
Thank you so
because
much, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
last question. What your message should be, yeah, would be for all the budding writers like you. Some will can be senior as age, or some can be on your age. Tell us, give some messages. Yeah, give a message to them. Yeah.
Sir, according to me, the message what I want to give is I'm not that much great or good in literature, but when I'm able to write, I feel there are more writers who are still not have come out from their place because they were not things. And I wish them all. And one thing is what, always follow your small steps. Importance of small steps is very much important, and keep working hard until or unless you reach the different heights in your own goals. So, and last thing, I usually tell my customary line: always success. So,
So God bless you. It was a great talking with you. I know I'm very, in age, on the basis of age, I'm very, senior to you. But honestly, on the basis of writing, I learned a lot from you. Honestly, you know,
so me too the
I can
same.
openly say, yeah. And I hope everyone, who are watching you on live and who gonna watch you on Insta after uploading, or who gonna watch you on YouTube or our, wherever we upload it. So I hope, and I'm happy. You can see the happiness on my face. I did work whole day long. I did work out. Just I came back from workout team and just have a bath and had my dinner and just came to the live for you. And it was worth it. I can't say that no. I just wasted my 30 minutes. No, I learned a lot. And let me promise you one thing: when we will do any an internet, yeah, website webinar, I gonna invite you as a chief guest. That's my promise. Okay, and I keep my words.
Thank you.
Literally,
Thank you so
literally, let me
much.
promise. Yeah, you will my chief guest for the forums. You say so. Bye bye, Lakshita. It's great to talk with
Thank you
you.
so much.
You know, and I hope very soon we're gonna talk again. You know. Bye bye. Take care.
Yeah.
Till then, keep
So,
writing, keep learning, keep signing. Goodbye. Bye bye. And
thank
congratulations
you
for
so
your
much,
solo book
sir.
again.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Goodbye. See you. Good night. सो हेलो फैमिली, गुड नाइट. थैंक यू वेरी मच आप लोग का इतना रात को भी साथ देने के लिए, और हिंदी में वी वर टॉकिंग इन इंग्लिश. सो गुड नाइट, बाय बाय, टेक केयर, सी यू, लव यू ऑल, थैंक यू वेरी मच. एंड वन थिंग, so like that okay, there are many people who are just have been working with us, but they have some study, so mean they have some career to make, they have some exam to crack, so they have take a break, so they are doing their study, है ना. तो हमारे जो चीफ प्रोजेक्ट हेड सर थे, जिनका नाम देव प्रकाश सर था, वो अभी कुछ दिन के लिए ब्रेक लिए हैं, क्योंकि एक साल का उन्होंने ड्रॉप लिया हुआ है. उनको नीट की तैयारी करनी थी, जेई की करनी थी इस बार, बिकॉज ही स्टार्टेड वेरी लेट. सो इस बार उन्होंने एक साल का ड्रॉप लिया है, और वो एक साल की मेहनत करके नीट और जेई क्लियर करना चाहते हैं. बिग ग्रेट ब्लेसिंग्स टू हिम फ्रॉम ऑल द हमरोइयंस, आप सभी की तरफ से भी. एंड तो देव सर जो हैं वो एग्जाम क्रैक करना चाहते हैं, नीट और जेई की, जिसके उन्होंने 1 ईयर का ड्रॉप लिया है. एंड वी ब्लेस हिम, वी प्रे दैट ही डेफिनेटली क्रैक इट. हमारे लिए प्राउड की बात होगी. तो इसके लिए लगभग एक साल तक, क्योंकि करियर इज कंपल्सरी, तो एक साल तक वो मे बी हम लोग का पार्ट नहीं बन पाएंगे. दैट्स व्हाई ही डिड ऑफिशियल रेजिग्नेशन, रिजाइन. एंड उसका रीजन आप लोग ही हैं, क्योंकि आप लोग बिकॉज उनके बायो में अबाउट में लिखा हुआ था कि चीफ हेड ऑफ हमरू पब्लिशिंग हाउस, तो यू कीप टेक्सटिंग हिम, यू कीप कॉलिंग हिम, मैसेजिंग हिम. तो जिस वजह से उनका फोकस भटक गया था, जिस वजह से उन्होंने ऑफिशियल रिजाइन दिया है, ताकि आप लोग को उनका बायो में अब चीफ प्रोजेक्ट हेड ना दिखे. और उन्होंने कई चीजों से एक तरह से संन्यास ले लिया, यू कैन से. एंड सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात कि ये जो आज उन्होंने रेजिग्नेशन का डिसीजन लिया है, ये रैंडमली नहीं हुआ है, ये 6 महीने से प्लान था. बिकॉज उनका एग्जाम आई थिंक जुलाई अगस्त से चल रहा है, तो एग्जाम बीच बीच में बैक टू बैक एग्जाम आते रहते हैं. उसके बाद एक साल आज कंप्लीट हुआ है. आप लोग अगर उनका स्टेटस देखेंगे तो उसमें लिखा हुआ है, टुडे माय फर्स्ट एंथोलॉजी एक सफर गॉट इट्स हेवन, मतलब जन्नत. उनकी फर्स्ट बुक जो एक सफर थी, और उनकी लास्ट बुक जो जन्नत थी, जिसको हेवन उन्होंने कहा है. तो एक साल की जर्नी में उन्होंने आई थिंक 11+ बुक किया है, और 3-4 बुक भी उनकी चल रही थी, जो कि माँ या दोस्ती थी. बट ही ट्राइड वेरी वेल, ही ट्राइड हिज बेस्ट, एंड आई प्राउड ऑफ हिम. ठीक है, जो चीजें थी वो हमेशा रहेगी, बट आई कांट से कि हे बॉय जस्ट कम एंड वर्क फॉर अस. नो, उनका करियर, उनका ड्रीम, उनके नाम का जो प्रीफिक्स है, शायर या राइटर, अधूरा शायर या मिस्टर राइटर, वो राइटर रहेगा. लेकिन उनका जो सफिक्स प्रीफिक्स है, डॉक्टर, DR, उनका वो ड्रीम है. तो लेट हिम अर्न हिज ड्रीम, अर्न हिज सफिक्स, डॉक्टर का DR, बाकी राइटर और शायर तो उनका लाइफ टाइम रहेगा ही. तो यही चीज आप लोगों को बतानी थी. मैं चाहूंगा हमारे सभी फैमिली मेंबर प्लीज इस पार्ट को कट कर ले और स्टेटस में लगा, लोगों को बता दे कि क्या रीजन है. क्योंकि दे आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल आर कॉलिंग अस, मैसेजिंग अस दैट देव सर क्या हुआ. देव सर कुछ नहीं हुआ है, करियर कम्स फर्स्ट, इसलिए उन्होंने ऑफिशियल डिसीजन लिया है. क्योंकि 3-4 महीने से ही वॉज नॉट एक्टिव, बट ही वॉज डूइंग द एंथोलॉजी. अभी उनकी जन्नत ऑलमोस्ट कंप्लीट हो चुकी है, और जन्नत की जो को कंपाइलर है तेजस्विनी सिन्हा, तो वो दोनों मिलकर कंप्लीट कर रहे हैं. बट उनका स्टडी है, एग्जाम है, तो हम नहीं कह सकते हैं कि देव करो, है ना. किसी एग्जाम के साथ खेलना सही बात है. बस यही चीज आप लोग को बतानी थी, तो लास्ट में मुझे याद आ गया। तो बाय बाय, थैंक यू वेरी मच देव, थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीवन, यू ऑल आर आवर स्ट्रेंथ